What's up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here. We are back in Call of Duty Black Ops 2 doing a little FFA on Overflow. I am using the Vector. It's an SMG weapon that I'm really liking. It's got a very high rate of fire, which allows you to win a lot of gunfights, even if you're getting a little bit of lag comp. And, you know, it does pretty good in these gunfights. I'm liking it. We're using the red dot scope, and we're using fast mags because it does have a tendency to drop those mags really, really quick. And it's nice to be able to reload quickly. I don't use the laser sight on it because it ADS is pretty quick and I don't really have any troubles with it, and I'm starting to figure out that ADSing is pretty much the way to go to win gunfights. But that's enough of that. Let's talk about today's topic, and that is basically Maker Studio / RPM, Social Blade, TGS, whatever you want to call them. Now let me go ahead and explain real quick whether the network has like so many names. First off, Maker Studio is the head network. That is the big papa. That is the big business. Okay. Under Makers, you have TGS, that is the game station. Apparently, from what I understand, that was started by Husky StarCraft. It's kind of a network that he set up for gamers because Maker at the time was not, well, it still isn't a gaming studio, really. It's more of a general talent type setup. And TGS was supposed to be game focused and allow them to touch into the gaming market. RPM was created because up until recently, it was very hard for smaller channels to get partnership and get involved in the whole YouTube partnership process. You pretty much had to be a big name, and it was very difficult otherwise to get noticed. Well, RPM lowered their requirements to allow people to get in, and the idea is to find solid content providers and solid talent, and then move them up into Maker Studio and other parts of the network once they, have reached certain thresholds. Social Blade is a website that keeps YouTube stats, and they have worked with RPM to partner. So if you're partnered with Social Blade, you are in RPM Studios and you are subbed under Maker Studio. Now let's talk about the benefits of the network, the pros. The pros of the network is, one, it is very easy to get into this network. They have very low requirements at 85 views a day and 2,500 views a month. That is about the easiest network you can get into, which is a good thing for smaller channels. It's bar none the lowest requirements of any network that I'm aware of. The other nice perk with them is support. A lot of networks really drop the ball when it comes to support. You wait weeks or months, and sometimes you don't get the answer that you need, and you have to contact them again, and it's very, very frustrating. With Maker's support, I usually get an answer within hours if it's a weekday. You're not going to have any problems getting your questions answered because the staff is very knowledgeable. They are actual adults working at the place, and it's nice. It's very classy. It's very professional, and you're not going to have issues with kids not knowing how the network works and just kind of giving you bad stuff. They also have a forum where you can collaborate with other folks. It's very easy to find people similar sizes and goals and be able to meet up with those guys and work on collabs together. Very simple with the closed private forum. Now, the other thing we need to talk about is CPM. For CPM, they are extremely competitive. For me personally, I make 2 to 3 times what I did in TGN. I'm not going to go into details exactly what I make, but let's just say it's 2 at the lowest, 3 times at the highest what I made at TGN. Obviously, your luck will vary because it isn't a set payout, and it also depends on your content and et cetera, et cetera. So there's a lot that goes into it, but it's comparative to Yoush / Fullscreen. If you've got the rev share on Machinima, I don't know what they pay out yet, as my buddy hasn't given me any information on that yet. Hopefully I'll know soon, but it blows TGN away CPM wise. Now, to be fair, let's talk about the drawbacks for the network. The only real drawbacks of the network that I have seen personally is it's gotten a lot bigger in the last couple months, and so the partnership process, and by that I mean the initial partnership process, has gone from 24 to 48 hours to about a week to 10 days, depending, and that's from applying, getting your contract, filling out your taxation information, getting all that submitted, contacting Google, and then finally getting partnered. So that takes somewhere between 4 to 7 business days now, which is a lot slower than it was previously. The other drawback is they do not seem to work on weekends support-wise. So if you have an issue, unless it's like a dire emergency, odds are you're probably going to have to wait till a business day for it to get handled. That being said, they recently took off for vacation, and I filed a ticket. What was it, a couple days ago. They just came back on the 2nd, and I got an email response the day they got back, and they were off for vacation for about 7 days, so that's pretty good for getting back with me. Now, like I said in the TGN review, I was a little bit biased against TGN. The same thing goes with Maker Studio / RPM. I'm a little bit biased for them, so take that with a grain of salt. I'm very happy with the network. You're going to have to just kind of accept that I'm doing my best to be fair. Hopefully you guys are liking this series. If you have any other questions about Makers or RPM, feel free to leave it in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer that. Hopefully you guys are liking the series. If you do, click the like button. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip.